Hey guys, JTunes here, welcome back to another video. I'm filming this right after my trade recap. We got two things on the agenda today. So first we're going to go over April for the entire trading month. Here is my April P&L. I reset my account today, so I was not able to get a screenshot of the actual thing, like right here, right? Now I'll be completely transparent here. On TradingView, the P&L was $420. I just put it a flat 500 right here because I went through and calculated everything, and plus there were a few discrepancy trades that kind of, that like limit orders that I would enter and the stop loss, or like sorry, at market orders that I would enter, that the stop loss wasn't in the right place and it screwed up the whole thing and it made like a $30 loss. I had a couple of those, so those were just mistakes. I'm from $500, so up 5%. Win rate 21.2%. I'm sure if you remember my losing streak days, you can know why. Took 11 trades. Um, this kind of really put things into perspective for me. Look at this one way. I won for 1 in 5 trades that I took. I won 1 in 5. That's insane, right? Total trades, 26 losses and 7 wins. 7 wins, and I'm still in a positive account balance. That's insane, right? Can you imagine if I mean, I'll be completely honest. Half of the losses that I took for the month, right, they weren't even good trades. They were just bad trades in general, right? They were ones that I never should have entered. So just half of that, like 13, if I just didn't take those trades, right? Instead of being up 5%, I'll probably be up like 15%, right? It's insane. Anyways, yeah. So that's kind of it for this portion. I already did my trade recap on that. I'm uploading these pretty much at the same time. So, oh yeah. So, um, I've been kind of talking about it. So January I was up 2%, February down 12%, March up 5%, 5.4% or something like that, 5.7, something like that. This month up 5%. I believe I'm profitable, right? Especially with this last month, right? I recovered from a losing streak and never even went into drawdown, right? And I was kind of, looking at some of this stuff, right? And it's very tempting. So, I'm thinking of I ideally get a 25K account. It might be a 10K account. I'm not sure. So the profit targets are 8% and 4%. So it's two phases. The first phase I have to make 8%. First phase I have to make 8%. The second phase I have to make 4%. That is very doable. I think this is like a good account pass thing. Drawdown limits, max overall drawdown is 8%. And max daily drawdown is 4%, which is good because I only risk like 1 to 2% on the entire day. So let's go ahead and talk. So the funded account I would use is from fundednext.com. I looked into a few others. I know one of my last trade recaps I name dropped MyFundedFX. They are no longer accepting U.S. clients, so I had to kind of find some other ones. Funded Next seems to be pretty reputable. I haven't really found anything on, like them not paying people out and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's kind of between. I mean, I could do these. These are more advanced ones that once I pass one of these accounts and I start getting payouts from it, I'll use a few what I can from that to buy some of these, right, and copy trade on them. So um, yeah, so this right here is what I'm looking at right now. It's $139 for a $25,000 account. Um, Profit target 8% and 4%. Max daily drawdown, or sorry, max overall loss of 8%, and max daily loss of 4%. That's pretty good. And plus, they allow news trading, so um, even on days like today, where I caught that absolute banger of a move right here, right? I mean, this was high impact news day and the day before NFP. So I do like to trade news, but obviously I de-risk like a lot, right? And I'm fine with losing a percent. So the split ratio is 95%, right? Minimum trading days 5 days, and first reward after 21 days. Now the differences between like some of these, right? Obviously these are more expensive and for their own reasons. So this one, same account, $219, right? It's like $100 more, and or $80 more. So the profit target is 10%. This is the one step, so only one phase. Max overall loss of 6%. But here's the cool part. Oh wow. Okay, they don't have that. Never mind. Never mind. Max overall loss of 6% and maximum daily loss of 3%. News trading. Minimum trading days are 2 days, and first reward after 5 days. Um, Now, this one is the most expensive, right? It's $200. So, wait a minute, is this more? Oh, my bad. This one's the least expensive out of them. Okay, it's like $20 cheaper. That's because it's two phases. So, same thing, $200, 8% profit target, 5% profit target, 10% max overall loss, 5% max daily drawdown, news trading. Now, here's the cool thing about this, right? You can kind of get these things, and plus, I would be doing all this on MetaTrader 5. Um, so, I could do things like, I think the profit ratio split is like 80% or something like that. But for an extra, so it's 199 right now, 259, and I can make this 95% payout. No minimum trading days. 150% reward price. I'll get into that. Bi-weekly payout, double up price. I believe this is like 2x is the account pretty much. I'm not sure. I have to do some more research. But I'm sure you saw this in the last two. So 15% performance award from the challenge phase, right? So this is basically saying that the money that I make, so here we'll go here, make it simple, $100,000 account, right? I have to make 10% on this account. 10% of the account is $10,000. 15% of the awards from this 10% um, I made 10 grand on demos, right? They're gonna basically give me a performance award for passing the account of 15% of the profits that I made. 15% of 10 grand is $1,500, and this is like literally just like what just gets paid out to me. This is simply just for passing the account. Um, so kind of looking into the what is this? Oop. So I'm kind of looking into this, right? I don't really want to get these yet. I think these will be better to do later once I build up more capital. By build up more capital, I mean buy a cheaper account that won't hurt my bank account as much, just in case I blow it. But I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I'm not going to blow it. But I believe that I'm confident in my skills enough, and this is the whole reason I've been paper trading. So I have no reason to be scared because I've achieved these percentages very easily, right? Like, had I started one of these accounts today, right, I would only need to make 5 more percent. I mean, I literally made almost half of the phase 1 profit thing, and I nearly completed the phase 2 profits in just one trade in one day. You know what I mean? So, my idea is to get the $25,000 account, and I'm wanting to do the lifetime payout of 95%. So that is going to make it a total of $181. I would make this a 10%, but I believe that my risk management and my trading psychology is enough to do good with a 8% max drawdown. So yeah, so this is the first funded account that I plan on getting. Um, and let me just go to the dashboard. Hold on. So this is my dashboard, right? I'm not. I won't be honest. I will be honest. I'm not sure how to do everything on here yet. I'm gonna watch a few videos and get a layout of the thing. I mean, I do know how funded accounts work. Um, I did try to use MetaTrader 5 on my computer, and I'm being honest, I don't like it. It's very weird. I'd much rather use it on my phone. I have MetaTrader 5 on my phone, so my plan is to use TradingView to do all my charting. Um, and I believe the Forex.com charts are very similar to the liquidity provider for FundedNext. And I mean, honestly, I think it's just, it's kind of what a lot of people do, I guess. Do all the charting on TradingView, and then for funders and stuff, just go on MetaTrader on their phones and you know trade their demos. So yeah, that's kind of really all I have to talk about today. I mean, honestly, I'm very much considering making this purchase tonight and like just go ahead and start trading on it. Right? Actually, well, hold on. Uh, so this is next week. Um, all next week. Probably not the best week to start trading with it. And actually, I get paid from work next Thursday. Oop. Oh my gosh, stop. Yeah, next Thursday I get paid. So this is the week after. Oh, wow. Aha, okay. So this would be a good week to start trading. Okay. So May 18th. On, let me back, check back a little bit. So I get paid Thursday the 8th. I will not get paid again on Thursday the 15th. I will get paid again on Thursday the 22nd. Okay, so I'm thinking with this next paycheck, go ahead and buy the funded account and kind of get a feel for it, and get everything. I understand everything with placing trades and doing everything efficiently, charting efficiently, all that stuff. Um, and then I'm thinking this week is going to be my first week trading fundeds. Um, funny enough, it's like after I graduate high school and stuff. Um, actually, yesterday, Wednesday, was my last day. Uh, really, I have like some type of lock-in thing in my school where you're supposed to stay the night and all that. Um, and then Monday, I mean, I just don't have anything at all. Uh, I don't have anything next week, but I believe the week after, on a Monday, May the 12th, I have my graduation. So, please tell me it's extremely high impact news that day. Ugh! A no news Monday, and I have to be at my school at 9 a.m. and markets open at 8:30. Man, that sucks. Oh well. Um, Considering the CPI and stuff, price probably wouldn't move the greatest. But nonetheless, I'm very excited to finally be getting into the funded accounts and stuff. I won't sit here and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is my saving grace. I'm gonna get rich off of this." Um, my whole kind of idea here, right, is start trading that like second. I think it's like second to last week. Hold on. Yeah, so literally like pretty much the last 2 weeks of May, right? And in the last 2 weeks of May, my goal is going to be to pass the funded. I honestly think I could probably do it in a few days if I go on a 7 win streak, hopefully. Um, and my kind of ideal situation, right, is I'm trying to be much more responsible because like I completely understand now, like just don't take bad trades. Like it's like that the 11 trades that I took on that long losing streak, like 6 or 7 of those were just bad trades that were bad trading psychology. Just don't let it get to me. And something else I kind of find solace in is like, yeah, I'll blow the account, but I'm not really losing any of my money except for what I paid for the account. And if I've secured my first payout by then I mean awesome. I really made money from the account even though I blew it. Now I know at some point I'm probably going to blow this account. It happens to pretty much every trader I hear, and I haven't really seen anything that showed otherwise. So this could be the account that I blow while I'm just doing the account evaluation, but hopefully it's not. And my kind of plan, I guess, is so $25,000 account, right? $25,000 account. Um, if I just made like by the time I got my first like real payout, if I just made a measly like 5%, if I just made like 5%, that's a $1,250 payout, right? Now I know they're gonna take out their percentage. Sorry, I'm on my phone calculator. So I'll get about $1,000 out of that, right? And something cool too, that I noticed about them. Hold on. Payout. Oh, so something cool I've noticed. So first of all, they have a 24-hour payout, which means like pretty much in the next 24 hours. Yeah. So there are some pretty cool ways. So your satisfaction is our priority. Discover our supported payout methods tailored to your needs. The available options are given to you below. I've never heard of Rise. I've heard of USDT and USDC. I am kind of, I've been in crypto for a while now, and USDC I am very familiar with. So the cool part about this, with these payouts is I can literally go on my Coinbase, right, and I can get my address and stuff, and send my payout through crypto to my USDC Cash portion of Coinbase, and I can do one of two things, and that can be um, send it. Oh well, that's interesting. So there's a couple things, right? So just by getting payouts to USDC is gonna offer me a 4.1% APY. So I can literally just like leave it in here, right? Um, and with USDC, you can literally just like deposit the cash into your bank, right? Um, you can also get a crypto card, right? So a Coinbase card to spend cash anywhere with crypto with no fees, right? So you can get the card, and I can literally like I would never have to send anything in my bank account, and I can solely use this, right? Another thing, the reason why I said that's interesting, is because I'm looking at this new thing that I haven't noticed before. Loans. You can borrow USDC by depositing crypto as collateral in an on-chain lending protocol. Lending protocols are not affiliated with Coinbase. Okay, so it is something that Coinbase has just, put in their app, and that's basically saying that. So it's powered by Morpho. Interesting. Very interesting. So basically, I can borrow. So this is kind of the same thing with like the S&P 500, right? I can borrow $10,000 from the bank using $10,000 of my S&P 500 stocks as the what's it called as collateral, right? And I can just kind of pay that back from the dividends and stuff and the gains on the S&P 500 stock, and I will never have to pay capital gains because I didn't take out money. I didn't realize the gains from the S&P 500 stocks index or whatever. Um, and the dividends and the gains from that will be used to pay off the loan. It's really interesting, really, and so yeah, I'm like very excited to get into this, guys. I'm sure like you can tell by the enthusiasm in my voice. Um, so this is kind of like yeah, this is kind of what like everything looks like. Pretty interesting. So we'll go to my account. This is like the demo thing, or whatever. But again, very excited. They also have futures. So if you're a futures trader, highly recommend. $25,000 account is $129, and they only had their stellar one. So you get the 15% performance award. Um, Profit target $1,250. Daily loss limit $600. Max loss limit $1,250. Um, oh wow, wait, doesn't so you have to make 5% without losing 5% in total. Interesting. Uh, 2 minis, 20 micros. Consistency rule 40%. Yeah, I don't trade futures, so I don't know what half of that is. But yeah, so and if I don't get this one, right? If I get the $10,000 one, um, it would be the same thing, right? Uh, Honestly, it's cheaper, right? It's $59. I can do the lifetime payout 95%, the overall loss limit of 10%, and the double up, and it's only $115. I think the double up, I'm pretty sure means like it 2x's your account. So if that is the case, then I can trade 20 grand for $115 instead of paying $181 for a $25,000 account. Again, I have to do more research into this, figure out what all this means and everything. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got today, guys. If you like today's video, please like and subscribe. If you had anything, please leave it in the comments. Go follow my Instagram, link in the description. I post a lot on there. And I'm very, very excited for this month and next month. Um, and I'm very excited to buy my first account. I'm very excited to get to just like do this, man. It's kind of been a long time coming. Um, I've been trading for a few months, been learning, been pretty consistent, trying to develop my trading psychology, my skills and stuff. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm very confident in my skills, and I know I can pass these because I've hit these profit targets easily before. And I mean, in that 4 day losing streak, like I said, $850 loss, which is 8%, right? Half of those trades I shouldn't have taken. So if I just really focus on my psychology while I'm doing this, and plus TJR has a interesting funded account strategy I was watching talk about. He was basically saying like you risk your 2% on the day, right? And if you win that trade and you see another setup forming and it's like a good setup, risk your profits as well as an additional 2%, right? So that now you're risking 4%, right? Or you can do it. You don't have to risk the extra 2%, so you can just risk your profits. You risk 2%. You make 2%. So or you risk 2%. Let's say it's a 2-hour trade. So you made 4%, right? So then, okay, now you have another 2 hour setup coming up, like whether it's the same day or the next day. Bam, risk that 4% profit, and then if it hits, then it hits, and bam. I mean that's enough to pass the whole. That's enough to pass the first phase for me. And then the second one, I mean, obviously it speaks for itself, right? Risk 2%, bam. Like I'm not trying to sound cocky here, but it's kind of mind blowing to me, if I'm being completely honest. How like kind of easy this seems, right? I mean, I know I'm probably in for a little bit of a rude awakening, with the psychology aspects of stuff because I know that there's a little bit more of something on the line. But I'm not really looking at it as something more I have to lose. I'm looking at it as more of a reason to follow my rules and to stick with my risk management, stick with my strategy, and to be very disciplined, because it just gives me more of an incentive to just do what I'm supposed to be doing anyways. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna keep yapping. I'm not gonna keep you guys forever. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will not see you guys tomorrow. Probably not. I'm like 80% sure you will not see me tomorrow. I kind of said, well, I didn't say that in video, but I kind of told myself I wasn't going to trade today, and I did, because the setup was forming, and it was a very, very good setup. So, and all right, I will see you guys next time. Later.